everybody!
Hello.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Joachim.
And welcome to another sit-down session.
That's right. And today what we want to reflect on, and you hear it right, reflect, so we haven't actually talked about it, tried to structure it or anything like that, but it was just an idea that came to me, is why are you stuck in your life, or why do certain people seem to be stuck in their life or keep being stuck in their life? So this is the topic for today. And we're going to be reflecting on it from our experience within our own lives and from having worked with all kinds of clients, having done group sessions and all of that. We have seen all kinds of people feeling or being stuck in their life. And so let me ask you, Natasha.
He never calls me Natasha.
I never do that. What is, in your experience, one of the main reasons why people are stuck in their life?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is my own stuckness, if that makes any sense. But I just remember that whenever I feel stuck, and it seems like I'm stuck, I am usually trying to make a decision, or I'm somehow circling around an issue. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a topic, there's a problem I want to address, or a decision I want to make, and it just feels like I can't move forward from there, and all I'm doing is just, rerunning the problem in my head for the 100th time. Not that that helps, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Or I have, these lists. Is this better? Is that better? And I keep just on a seesaw, back and forth, can't make up my mind. And it's just a general feeling of not really sure what to do. Yet there's a sort of spinning, whether it's mental or just a lot of thinking about it, but there's a lot of circling around the problem or the issue that I feel stuck around. So that's what I remember as being, the stuck feeling and what I'm trying to do and I can't get anywhere.
Right. I think this is a quite accurate description for a lot of people that feel stuck. I'm sure there's other descriptions as well that may not be included in what you just said. But when it comes to that, you kind of are spinning and you keep circling around that. What do you think is at the heart? What keeps you spinning? So do you see that this is the unpreparedness that we have? But I like it because it's fresh and it's not just rehearsed or something like that. So you get the fresh answers from us. I'm going to go first in what I have as a feeling what's going on. And what's going on in my view, one thing is you're afraid of making a mistake. Mm-hmm. So you are trying to circle and analyze it and figure it out in your head because you are very afraid of certain consequences that can come if you make a mistake. And so rather than listening to your intuition, we run into our head trying to figure out and make everything perfect. And of course it doesn't work because if it would work, you don't have the problem because you analyze, you've done it, you go. There's no circling around. But when you keep being stuck and you do keep circling around it, it hasn't worked.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate in that just because you're spinning and you're not taking any action, it doesn't actually mean that you don't know what the answer is.
Right.
Or that you haven't, maybe you have made up your mind and you know what's right. And you kind of know what the next step is. You know what to do. You really sit down and you, if someone put a gun to your head and said, what's the next step? What's the right decision? You'll make it. You'll make that decision. It's not like you can't or that you don't know. If there's $5 million at hand, it's make the decision in the next 5 seconds. You will. And you probably will be okay with that decision too, under that stressful.
Or they're paralyzed. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but probably you would come up with an answer, and it'd be yeah, I can handle that. But just because you have something in mind doesn't mean that you feel like you can do it, or that you aren't afraid, right? It seems like knowing what to do next doesn't make all the problems go away. That doesn't mean that you can still just leap into the water, right. Do it without fear, or maybe, there are a lot of thoughts in your head, maybe judgments or just fears of what would happen if it doesn't work and things like that.
It's actually interesting what you said because it's almost like you spin and you're spinning around even though you actually know the answer You do know the answer, but you keep spinning because the answer you don't want to hear.
Ah.
You know, you don't want to know this answer.
It's not easy enough.
Because that answer, so for example, let's say you're in a relationship and you know it's time to leave that relationship. There's all kinds of things that need to be done, communicated and all of that. There's going to be emotions and things like that. So you don't want to hear about it because it's going to be too difficult, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think one of the main points why people are stuck is fear. Is that either fear of that specific decision or fear of a certain feeling, right, that they don't want to face. So for example, you say, well, I really don't know. Often we don't know because we are afraid of actually taking a look, you know, really being honest and sitting with ourselves and being like, right, what's actually happening within me? And then it keeps spinning, we go to our heads, right?
So why don't we today share a little bit about the experience of not trying to run away from a decision that might scare you, but that at the end of the day still feels quite right. Like, how can we overcome that fear? How can we face what is right for us, even though it might scare the hell out of us? How can we be with that? Be with all those emotions that come up, the overwhelm, the fears, you know, and maybe anxiety or, you know, just the unknown coming up. That whole experience, it might be frightening, it might be paralyzing, it might make us go back into our head and try to rethink ourselves out of it, right? Like, how do we deal with something that we are too afraid to face and move towards?
Well, I can just give you my answer, and I don't know if it's a very useful answer. There's two things. One, you stop running around and you literally just sit down and be with what comes up. What helps is a notebook to focus your mind, to write certain things down as they come up, to feel them, to breathe into them, to allow yourself to be gently with yourself and let things unravel within your awareness as you're being with it. Okay, that's one. Two, you hire someone. You get a coach who can help you with the process, who can help you navigate you to the blind spots that you inadvertently have, because we all have them, and especially the blind spots that we're very afraid of. We don't want to go there. And a skilled coach can help you to discover them and to unravel those kind of knots. Those are my two options. Do you have any other options?
I think those two are really great, because even if we slow down, even if we take a moment to feel what's happening, we might not be used to that experience because you're alone and you're with that issue that you've been struggling with for a long time, and you can breathe, you can, you know, try to surrender to the experience, but it still might be something new to you. That in itself is new to you. Forget the part where you even try to take action. Just that part, sitting with yourself and emotions and what's happening with you, that is already new. So I would highly suggest that if that is new to you, then, you know, reach out for help. It doesn't have to be necessarily us. It can be, but someone who has done that before. And I have to say that not many people in this world know how to or have done this kind of kindness and this kind of sitting down and slowing down to actually respect where they're at, respect their emotions, acknowledge them and feel them. A lot of times we just suppress, we press down, we say it's not convenient, not right now, not in this situation, I don't have time for it, or let me just solve the problem, you know? And most people in society just swap it away like an annoying bug and try to get on with it. But like you know, this stuck feeling, it stays. So having someone who can not physically hold your hand, but be there for you to show you how it can be done, how you can move through this experience so that you can really take action. Because the point is not to only get unstuck. The idea is to, you know how to deal with situations where you do feel stuck so that you can do the things you want to do. It's not just about getting unstuck. It's about doing what you want to do in the end and feeling like you're free. You're able to move forward and do what you want. So
This is a really important point. Actually, I wanted to make that, and you just made it for me, that if you don't take action, you're going to keep being stuck. You know, I mean, it's very obvious, but if you're in the daily grind, it's not, you can lose sight of that. That if you keep doing the same actions, you keep doing the same things, you're going to have the same results in your life. You're going to be stuck in your life because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, that's not going to happen, right? You need to change the action. Now, luckily, you don't have to feel like you can do it or whatever. You can do it anyways. This is very liberating, that you can just go ahead and do what you want to do. Whether you feel capable or incapable doesn't really matter. But you stepping up and saying, okay, this is the new direction I'm going in, is going to get you unstuck.
yeah, and that's all we've got today. I think it's more than enough to get started with. But like I said, if you have any questions at all, if this is new to you, make sure to comment below, or follow us by any of the social media links like LinkedIn or Facebook underneath in the description if you want to reach out. And honestly, we're just happy to help. Like, we never charge anyone up front for anything. We want to make sure that we're able to help you. We start a conversation, we build relationships, we care about where you're at and what's important for you, and then we see if we can actually work together. So if you reach out to us, it's like a totally no commitment thing. It's just, okay, let's get to know what's happening and if we can help you. And I think that conversation in itself, if you bring it up to someone in your life who can hold the space for you and really in a non-judgmental way get to know what's happening, that's really insightful for a lot of people. Without like committing to actual work with us, they get a lot out of it. And some of them say, hey, I don't need to buy anything from you guys anymore because I figured it out and I know I can make it on my own now. So that's our invitation to you, to always, you know, reach out for help, especially if you feel like you've tried everything, you've read all the books, you've watched all the videos, and it still doesn't get you anywhere. Then I think that's then the right time to really reach out to someone.
All right.
So I hope you enjoyed this video where we gave you lots of tips, lots of practical tips how to get yourself out of a rut, how to get unstuck and really take action. So if you want more of such content, plus our travel vlogs and all that fun stuff, then make sure to subscribe, because I think the videos, the content is just only gonna get better. So
it is. There's more things that we're going to do in the future, definitely. We're just slowly building up this channel, and there's all parts and new things that are going to come. So it's all fully and thriving, and thank you for watching.
See ya!
See ya!